welcome. If you're watching this video, it means that you've just completed a class or lesson with the Clay Collective, and I want to thank you for participating. And I wanted to talk to you for a little bit about what comes next, what your options are. You're welcome to take another class. I highly encourage all my students to take from as many instructors as possible and to visit as many studios as possible to help enrich their whole clay experience. But if you've already taken the class or taken classes for years and you just want a place to practice and work, that is what we specialize in here at the Collective. We offer lots of open studio time for you to have access to your projects, and that's important because clay is kind of a living thing. It's drying and you have to be able to catch it at a certain time that it's ready to be worked on to completion for getting in the kiln. So I believe that having several days of chance to come in and get to your project is important. Also develop that relationship with the clay and get a real sense of what your timing is and how long you have to work with it before you need to take it to that next step. And also when you're learning ceramics, particularly wheelwork for the first time, you're building all kinds of new muscle memory and a better connection with the mind-body connection and the sensitivity to touch. And mastering those skills only really comes with a lot of exposure and repetition for building that skill. Another benefit of coming to the Collective is the community. It's fairly difficult to learn a craft like this in isolation, and when you can come into a space of makers and get that support and inspiration, it can really help give your work a sense of direction. Especially when the world of ceramics is so vast, it can feel a little daunting as to what to make and where to go next. And I personally have built several home studios, and things you should take into consideration: the expense, the mess, and whether or not that space is enjoyable. Does it have good lighting? Will it inspire you when you're there to stay and be a maker? But I found when I had those studios, what I missed most was the sense of community. You can access our open studio times via punch card. You're welcome to consider a membership for 24/7 access to a member studio. I sincerely thank you for letting the Clay Collective be part of your journey.